Hello, everybody. This is the Time Project, and if you've noticed something different, well, I'm finally showing my face and what I look like after a very, very, very long time. It's been about how long has it been? See, I distinctly remember the first video I uploaded was in 2015, so it was October 31st, 2015, Halloween. That was my first video, and since then it has been nearly 5 years at this point, and now finally you get to see what I look like. Now, it's not a very flattering image, of course. Not like the most I'm not like the best looking person, but I'm mostly just an average looking person. But I guess it's pretty nice to see what I look like after 5 years or so. If like any of you actually cared. But anyway, yeah, I think I might make a few more of these videos if I feel like it. Maybe like make a few videos like this. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Now, what I want to talk about today is going to be a bit more serious. So it's it's going to be a pretty strong subject, so I'm going to pull it up. So there's a trend going around. Well, not really a trend; it's always been happening, but like there has been like a huge like uproar of allegations that are affecting the Super Smash Brothers community. If you've been on Twitter for like the past like week or so, you've probably seen a lot of allegations come out against many, many different people against in the Super Smash Brothers community, like people being accused of sexual assault. So, I want to talk about this at least a bit and like see what we can make of it. Um, First off, I want to emphasize that like when a lot of people say that sexual assault can be like people like about false allegations and stuff like that. I want to touch upon false allegations right now. So I'm not going to deny that false allegations happen. Like I'm not saying that false allegations like that they never happen, but I think it's important to realize that the number of false allegations hugely um, is very much minuscule in comparison to the number of allegations, or I guess number of like just sexual assault in general that just never gets like spoken of. And like I think people need to realize that like when we discuss sexual assault, I there's this infuriating trend where people will like instantly not believe whoever made the allegations. I guess that's a bad way to put it. I guess what I'm trying to say is people don't there's a lot of people that don't take allegations seriously or scream cancel culture when these allegations arise. First off, I want to mention this right now. The idea that people will make false allegations for like clout or to get famous is completely ridiculous because well, that just doesn't happen. Like you don't like automatically get famous because of false allegations. Like if anything, like you're pretty much just going to be forgotten if the allegations like if they don't believe them. So, and when it comes to um, cancel culture is I feel like some sort of like dog whistle for I don't care that there are terrible people in this community. I'm still going to let them be in this community no matter what. So, yeah, I think some people need to realize that when that cancel culture means that we can't let people who have sexually assaulted others in like communities like this. And when we say like hashtag like I believe women or just stuff like that, we're not saying that anybody accused of sexual assault can never defend themselves. What we're saying is that we need to take them seriously. Like personally, if I was ever accused of sexual assault, I would find it. I would be pretty like disappointed if nobody took them seriously. Is what I'm trying to say. This actually, I kind of have some experience in this in general. Not really. No, I was never accused of assault, but I know somebody at my school that was. Believe it or not, yes, there was a teacher who went. There was a teacher who went to my school who was accused of sexual assault, or I think it was like sexual misconduct. And the crazy thing is, not many people like took it seriously at all. Like, like most people didn't even think it was real until like the next year began and he wasn't there. Um, Now, when it comes to like the when you look at all the evidence, it does overwhelmingly suggest that he didn't do it. So yes, this was a case where a false allegation happened. The problem was that nobody believed it, or like nobody took it seriously. So many people went on fucking Instagram or whatever, did a hashtag free this teacher. I'm not gonna say their name, of course. I don't want you to know what school I go to or anything, but like still, the fact is that sexual assault allegations need to be taken seriously. Like, even if we don't know they're true, because it's pretty hard to speak up about this stuff. Now, um, I want to take into account that while the majority of the people that the allegations are against are men, there are a few women that have been accused. So, yeah, it's not like women are ever like immune from being abusers. But it also includes pedophilia. There was grooming that happened. Like one accused, like as it states here, one accuser was like saying that they were assaulted when they were 14. There are a ton of allegations right now, and yeah. Um. So when it comes to grooming, um, I think it's important that we pay attention. I'm sorry if you can't hear me right now. There are birds in my room that I like have to be in my room, and like, I mean, I didn't really have much of a say about the birds being in this room. It's really goddamn annoying. I'm sorry, but like, you're gonna have to deal with it. So, um, when it comes to like grooming, because this was a case where I believe it's pronounced Sinpai. If I did said that wrong, I'm sorry. It was. I mean, I used to follow this person on Twitter. I don't really know much about them. I mean, obviously, I don't follow them anymore because the allegations, which are most certainly true. Because after the allegations were made, she like pretty much stopped tweeting or retweeting anything. She just like stopped completely. But yeah, this was a case of grooming. She was 24 and the victim was only 14. I think it's important that we pay close attention to the ages of the people that are in these communities. I like because if you look at some of the videos, um, I don't know if I can pull them up right now, but some of the videos have the this individual being very uncomfortably close to this minor, like extremely uncomfortably close. And we really need to start paying more attention to that. Maybe another thing we could do is like ban alcohol like from these like tournaments at all. Like maybe we should just do that. Um, so yeah, 14. She did if I mean it does say here that she did like deny the rumors, but again, we really need to pay closer attention to the ages of people that are together in these like communities or like these events because if we don't, things like this can happen. Um, so yeah, that's pretty much that. Um, Again, another. another case of grooming. Like, there is a lot of pedophilia here, with Nero pretty much being 20 and abusing or assaulting somebody who is only 15. There was a ton of evidence, as you can see here. There was a Discord conversation. Like, it was pretty much like entirely, this thing was like, had a lot of credibility to it. And this person even apologized. Like, yeah, no kidding. Like, this person like actually like apologized to this person actually like literally apologized to the they made a statement. Here it is. Yep. So when it when it comes to people apologizing for assault, it's kind of hard to take it seriously because it sounds like they're only apologizing because they got caught. It doesn't look like he's going to be like allowed back in the community at all because they're not going to let him in, and that's good because we can't have people in this community like this in this community. Um, but still, like when it comes to like messing up or making mistakes, sexual assault isn't a mistake like that. When people apologize for sexual assault before any allegations like come up, they're doing it to soften the blow. It's a tactic that it's a tactic that I've seen a few people use where they admit to abusing people before the allegations even come up. And again, it's mostly just a way to soften the blow when the allegations actually do come up. So again, this is like something that's pretty disappointing to see stuff like this. You need to grow and learn. Like, what, to not assault people? Just whatever. So those are like two really big ones. I didn't even hear about this one. So I think another person that was accused was Zero. Yeah, there's like some allegations against Zero. I believe what happened was like Zero's like done from the Smash community too. I'm not sure what happened. It was I think it was like he sent suggestive messages to okay, he sent suggestive messages to minors. Okay. So yeah, again, just I I don't even know what to say. He even actually made like a statement like moving forward like these like reforms need to happen. But yeah, basically these allegations are like became very rampant throughout like this past week, and on one hand, I'm very pretty disappointed. Now, I don't really know much about the Smash community aside from ones on like tournaments. I knew like all like the melee memes, like oh like Fox, like S tier, like Wave Dash, Wave Dash, L cancel, Wave Shine, Down B, like tournament, Final Destination. I knew all that. I didn't really know much about the Smash community in general. I did know about like the I mean, I did watch like some Smash tournaments, but like it's not really the equivalent to actually being there. But I have seen a lot of people say that the Smash community is actually kind of toxic, and especially after the allegations. I mean, yeah, I mean, there's accounts of Smash community being pretty terrible to women, which I mean doesn't really shock me because like pretty much any very there are so many gaming environments out there that are just extremely toxic to women, which are just terrible to women and like because like I because like just I don't know some men feel the need to like basically just pretty much downgrade like degrade any woman that comes into their like environment. So I'm not so yeah. On one hand, yes, I am disappointed, but at the same time, I think this is also a good thing in that people are actually speaking up and are being, of course, very brave for speaking up. Like, we shouldn't like force or pressure anybody into like speaking up against allegations, but the fact that people are is definitely a good thing. But I think we need to acknowledge that, like, this is pretty much like a symptom of a bigger issue, and that like gaming environments in general are just kind of fucking toxic. And I already mentioned that with women, but again, even with minors, like there can be a lot of grooming happening in these like communities, as evidence from like what's happening right now. So I think what we need to do is like just try to not only take these allegations more seriously, but just and like not scream cancel culture, but try to reform like communities in order to ensure this stuff doesn't happen. Like keep close watch of like minors in like these events. Like make sure that like there's no like adult that's getting too touchy or like too like uncomfortably close to them. Like obviously if there's any minors in these like events, don't have alcohol if there's any minors. That's not a good idea if there's any like we can't have that. And just like obviously like with these like terrible people like actually like abusing others, just obviously like just shut them out of the community because like they're bad. They're bad for the community and bad for other people there. So yeah, these are like some steps in the future that need to be like taken care of. And just in general with like preventing rape, it's never the victim's fault. It never is. But that sounded really bad. That's I said like it's never the victim's fault, but that sounded so terrible. I'm so sorry, but um I guess what I want to say is we can try to look for certain signs, like or red flags. Like for instance, if there's somebody out there that says like who makes a lot of like rape jokes, like and like very like uncomfortable rape jokes, yeah, that can be seen as a red flag. If they if they like even say something like if they suggest that they would like rape someone, like like get a girl drunk at a party and then like have sex with them, yeah, definitely a red flag right there. Like a really good red flag is that if there's somebody very like very drunk and somebody else is with them, and somebody else is like always like very close to them, like try to just go up to them and like try to like see what they're doing, just ask what they're doing even if you don't know these people, because that's a very that's very much a red flag. And if like the person like just asks like what they're doing, and if the person who isn't drunk gets very defensive, that is definitely a big red flag. Um, yeah, obviously a lot of women already do this, but like that's still not enough. More men need to start doing this as well. And like this is the kind of stuff that's going to get you this is the kind of stuff that's very useful um in life. Because if you do stuff like this, you can actually like in many case you can like in some cases even prevent an assault from happening, which like which would be a very good thing, obviously. Um, yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about these allegations. Maybe I'll make more videos like this in the future. I don't know, but I think it's important that moving on in the future, we work to make we like reform some of these gaming communities and try to make them like less toxic and less prone to things like this happening. And that's basically all I have to say. So this has been the Time Project, and I'll see you in the next video.